It's time to unbox one of the G.I. Joe classified Dreadnoks. This is Buzzer. The Dreadnoks as a Cobra team within G.I. Joe Classified have been incredible so far. We've had Zartan, we've had Zorana, and now we're going to open Buzzer. I also have Ripper, but that's going to be another video. Let's just get a once-over of the box right before we open it. And there is Buzzer out of the first box. We still need to get him out of this box too. And there he is, free of all of the boxes. And this is a great looking figure. There are just some subtle details that you kind of immediately notice if you've been watching G.I. Joe Classified series as a series lately. And one of them is the painted on arm hair as well as chest hair. I mean, it's those funny little details that make the Dreadnoks so ridiculous. And I think it's a good hallmark of what the G.I. Joe Classified series can do. Looking at the figure here, it seems like this watch is removable, and as I kind of move it around and slide it around, you could remove this watch if you wanted to, put it on a different character. There are also some other really nice details. There's some shiny metal bits along the studded belt, as well as the dog tag and this sheriff's badge that he's wearing on his vest. Speaking of the vest, it allows him some really nice butterfly joint movement right here. So I'm excited to get some accessories on this guy and see how that all kind of works together. So let's do that. Let's grab the accessories box. Here it is, 106. This is Dreadnok Buzzer, just Buzzer. And we're going to open these up and see what we've got here. He has his chainsaw. I mean, he's Buzzer after all. There is this bat with buzzsaws on them. I mean, would he be Buzzer without them? There's this flail with a very sharp-looking object at the end, a small pistol with a wrap on the grip, and then his sunglasses. This is a very delicate piece. Hopefully these stay on his face pretty well. On his right leg, he has the sheath for the knife right there. And then on the left leg, there is the holster for his small pistol. One of the unfortunate things about his chainsaw here is if I turn it this way, you can see that it got bent in the box. I'm sure just a little bit of flexing this way will straighten it out just a little bit, maybe apply a little heat, but to see it come out of the box that way is a little disappointing. Now, one thing I see here is a port. I wonder if I could put a blast effect in there to show like some flame shooting out of the thing. We might have to test that out. Take one of the blast effects here from the Cobra Valkyrie, and wouldn't you know, look at that, you can put a blast effect there. The smoke effect looks pretty cool, I think. But I'm going to give it back to the Valkyrie because I want to keep it complete. So let's see how good of a job he does holding this thing. It does have this reverse grip, and with the butterfly joints, I wonder if it works better with his other hand. Let's try that, because I'm worried that the butterfly joint's going to be impeded a little bit by this grenade and flashbang that is molded onto his shirt. It's not a separate piece, which at least it can't get more in the way based on how the character moves. And wouldn't you know, that is the ticket to having Buzzer use the chainsaw there. All right, we've got this bat. Again, it's a little bent. It's better than the chainsaw is, for sure. But the plastic is really soft on this. And I don't know how well this will keep its shape over time. He does hold that really well. There is no place or port or backpack for him to store this, so you're going to have to make some choices with this figure in particular. Here we have this flail of sorts, where that is a little bit more of a loose fit on his hand. Just the grip handle on that is smaller. Yeah, it's same for both hands. Oh, wait, one last thing we forgot. We forgot to put his glasses on him. We'll see how well they stay on. Now, this can be a trick sometimes for G.I. Joe Classified figures. There are a few with very delicate pieces, Chuckles being one of them, the Cobra Island Roadblock being another. Prophet Director Destro, one of the Baronesses, I think has those very delicate glasses, and, you know, these just really, I don't think are going to stay on all that well. This is unfortunate. The way that the glasses sit on his face, even if you try to have them be, like, really sucked into his face, it still doesn't reach the sides on both of his ears. I think this is something that we're going to have to take over to the table, take a little closer look at, and see what that's all about. Maybe there's something we can do about it. Maybe that's just a deficiency of the character, which would be really unfortunate because the glasses are a fun part of the Dreadnoks. All right, let's take Buzzer over. And of course, with a name like Buzzer, you can expect to have some buzzsaw blades at the end of this bat. This is a unique weapon for this character here. I really like it. Not only does they just put some buzzsaws at the end of this bat, there's also like some structure, some supporting material that it looks like he really actually made this thing. So I like that quite a bit. His other weapon, too, is this flail.
It's got that sickle at the end, some chain. It doesn't move around, it's stationary, so, it's a little limited in terms of its use, but the paint application on here looks really good, and it's definitely interesting visually. As you see, his chainsaw has some issues. It kind of bends and warps to one side. What's going to happen is I'll take some heat to that and fix it, but honestly, it's a little unfortunate that it came to that because this is his hero weapon. Like, this is kind of the main accessory with Buzzer, and to have it be something that isn't exactly perfect is just a slight ding against it. We'll get up close with Buzzer a little bit here, and you can see some paint applications, his arm hair, his chest hair. It's pretty silly. His ponytail on the back, you can see it's got the green that matches his harness that's sculpted on. There's like an interesting paint detail right here. It doesn't look like the hair got everything. It's probably the part where the mold was attached to the head sculpt. And on the box, it looked like he had some 5 o'clock shadow, and I can't really tell if that was decorated on him or not. It's really hard to tell. My guess is no, really. I don't think so. The thing about Buzzer here is that he comes with this set of glasses. I tried to put this on him when we were unboxing him, but hopefully when I get him a little more stationary, a little more stable, this will look better. So here goes nothing. We're going to try and put his signature glasses on him. This is not going well, and this is about as well as I can do with him. If I move him from a distance, it looks okay, and if I tilt him to this side, it looks better. But on this side right here, his bow on this side is coming way out, and there's no way that I can attach it to his ear. I mean, like, just look at that up close. Like, we're not even anywhere near getting attached. It's an interesting choice. I'm wondering why they didn't sculpt the glasses on Buzzer here and just not have his eyes. I think it was nice to give the option, but practically, it just detracts to have this accessory that doesn't really fit, although it is iconic. I mean, it just looks kind of goofy. So unfortunately, I don't think Buzzer is going to have his sunglasses on. Maybe you can pose him with them like this, like he's trying to put them on. This just really isn't going to work for him, just based on how the face is, based on how his ears are molded and sculpted. When it comes to Buzzer specifically, everything is in place to make him be a standout character, but ultimately, there are just some areas where it falls from perfection. And when you have a character with this much potential, any of those slight missteps get magnified across multiple accessories and multiple little flubs. Here's what we'll do. We'll get another closer look at him, see how he can pose up, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on Buzzer here. Ready? Let's go!
That's everything about Buzzer that I have for you. The design of the character is really fun. It harkens back to a lot of the early 90s G.I. Joes that were just a little too rad, a little too extreme, possibly for their own good. But I think with Buzzer here, there are a lot of great ideas. I think the one thing to keep in mind with Buzzer is that the accessory kit is really great, but it just falls short of being stellar because of just kind of how they're displayed. The glasses are ridiculously hard to fit, at least on my model of Buzzer. The bending and the soft plastic on the other accessories is a bit disappointing. And I can't help but think if he were in one of those blister bubbles, that this probably wouldn't have been such a big issue, but knocking around in the box, laying all different kinds of crazy ways in transit, probably contribute to some of that. I think overall, Buzzer is an example of what G.I. Joe Classified can do really, really well. It can take an existing character, something that people know and love, and update it and modernize it for the Classified era. And by no means does this hamper any sort of disappointment for the rest of the Dreadnoks. If anything, it gets me more excited to open the next one. So let me know what you think about Buzzer here in the comment section below. And if you are going to be collecting the rest of the Dreadnoks or already have a few of them, that'd be cool to know as well. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like Nerf, if you like G.I. Joes, or if you like collecting things, be sure to give this page a follow. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching.